Last year, I put out a video covering a lot of amazing features about the Steam Deck that you could do in terms of button shortcuts and so much more, and you guys absolutely love that video. In today's video, I have more additional goodness as well as those other ones, so you don't have to continue watching the other video. You can just watch this video, which will be a complete guide of everything. So, timestamp to all these tips and tricks and hidden features will be in the description down below for your pleasure. Let's start off with my favorite tips and tricks that I use the most. Starting off by hitting these little button right here, because whenever you get this new menu popping up for your quick settings, if you're not connected to power and you're trying to squeeze as much energy as possible, tap on the energy bar right here, and here you can see in real time the current game you're using and how much battery life, how long it will actually last under that single charge. But if you tap on advanced settings and you go down and you enable TDP limit, which stands for thermal design power, this allows you to basically adjust how much wattage your Steam Deck is using when you're playing your games. So when playing like basic demanding games like N64 emulators or PS1 games or 2D world platforms, you can safely leave it like at 5 watts, see the update right here, and squeeze much more battery life under a single charge. Much more advanced than adjusting the frame rate, especially if you're using the OLED. Now in games that don't support like the mouse tracking support, as an example, like Cyberpunk, whenever menus like this pop up, instead of navigating using the joystick, just long hold the Steam button and then you can start using the mouse cursor. So you can actually emulate a nice mouse cursor, basically like a desktop. And then long holding the power button on your Steam Deck will unveil you do have a desktop mode right here. When you switch desktop mode, again this is running Linux, but this will basically give you like a PC-like experience right here on your existing Steam Deck. It'll basically transition to this version of the operating system, and that is the full desktop, which you do have access to download like other web browsers, like I have Firefox already installed, and much more, which I'll go over in a little bit. And then just like an old school iPod Classic, the left trackpad allows you to actually use it like a scroll wheel. This also includes whenever you're browsing the web. Now, regardless if you're Team iPhone or Android, you could actually pair your phone to the Steam Deck and have it so that it plays audio through the internal speakers. So you can listen to like a podcast while you're playing your games, regardless if it's single player or multiplayer. So to set this up, go to your settings and go into Bluetooth, and you pair your iPhone onto the Steam Deck. You can literally stream anything on your iPhone to the Steam Deck as you're gaming, as you can kind of hear right here. And this allows me to actually enjoy my games while listening to like my podcasts as I'm playing multiplayer games off these same speakers. And of course I can use Bluetooth headphones or wired headphones and listen to it all together and mix. I thought that was kind of cool. Next thing you should definitely know about the handheld is the shortcuts. Because if you ever need to use keyboard inputs, of course, if you long hold the Steam as well as the X at the same time, your keyboard will pop up. I ran out of keyboard super exposed, and I'll talk more about that theme keyboard in a little bit. But by holding the Steam button and bringing down the joystick, you could lower the brightness in real time just like this without having to go into your system settings. Another important one to know is the capability to take screenshots. And to take a screenshot, just hold down the Steam button and press R1. And if there's a game acting funny or an app, hold the Steam button and press B for 5 seconds, and it will force close the app, just like this. But if you'd like to see the complete list of all your shortcuts, remember this button down here. If you long hold, it will show you all the command shortcuts right here for your keyboard, or button layouts I should say. Now if you have a limited edition Steam Deck like this white one, or you may have additional skins on your account, you just need to manually claim it. You'll be able to find the claim option in your account, and then just follow the on-screen text right here, and you should be able to claim all your skins as well as different video animation intros. But don't worry, there's some third-party ones you could also install if you don't have any in your account. And then once you have those claimed skins claimed, just go into your system settings, go into the keyboard tab, and where it says current keyboard theme, this is where you can select between the different styles, and you can preview it right here on the side. A lot of people tend to forget that the Steam does have the ability to change between different style. Another cool tab can be located in the Customize tab. Here's where you can change between the different startups. So this is the default startup, of course, but then you have the OLED one for the OLED version Steam Decks or the limited edition whites. And if you have a lot of points, you can view more Steam supported animations in the Visit the Point shop. So here you can peruse between multiple different styles you can also substitute it with. But these will cost you Steam points, unfortunately. Which is why I highly recommend installing Decky Loader. Decky Loader, think of this like an app store, as it gives you access to a bunch of cool customization abilities, as well as some nifty features that are disabled by default. So there'll be a reference video in the description down below that I followed that allowed me to install Decky right down here on the very bottom on your Steam Deck control center. That'll be one way to describe this menu. Because once you have Decky installed on your Steam Deck, download Animation Changer. If you don't see it, just tap the little store icon above here and just type in Animated Changer, but it should be on the top if you have it default to A to Z. And just tap Install. And now if we exit out of here and bring up that little menu once more and tap on Animation Changer, Manage Animation, here you could go and peruse between other community-made free animations you could select from. And of course you could sort it with the newest, oldest, or most popular. And you can find some pretty awesome animations like this. But then you got some like Matrix style, as you see right here. These are pretty cool, and some of them are better than these actual Steam ones. Which reminds me, now if we boot up our device, hit reset, confirm. Although the animation is really cool, you can always just tap here and this will bypass the animation and just put you directly in your main menu. Just real quick, if you could take 2 seconds to leave this video a like, that would be truly appreciated, because I like to keep my videos sponsor free. No integrated ads, because I'm personally sick and tired of going on YouTube and there's always like a minute or 2 minute segment of ads. So if you also agree, leave that like button a like. I'll truly appreciate it and will allow me to continue making videos just like this. Now let's resume on. Now another mistake I have noticed and caught myself doing accidentally was whenever you launch a game, but then you decide, oh wait, I don't want to play this game. You don't necessarily have to force close each game whenever you're on it. The proper way to exit, you just tap the Steam icon and then tap either your library and select another game. But when you do that, don't just boot this game. It's better to just go back to that previous game you launched and just tap exit and then confirm to exit the game from here. If you don't do this and you select another game, that previous game is still running in the background using resources. So for the best optimal performance, close the previous game if you're playing another game, unless you wanted to resume back immediately. Now the beauty about this travel case that your Steam Deck comes included with, if you think this case is too bulky for you, it's actually 2 cases in 1. You see, yes, you do have this little slot right here for your power adapter. And this is a 3D printing adapter that I printed out. That's kind of cool. I have this one linked in the description down below if you want to 3D print this. But this just simply fits in here. It's not even in the way. It gives you a flatter profile than the previous bag thing that they gave us. But the cool thing about this case, if you feel like this is too bulky, there's another case in here that's just held together with Velcro. And this is a nice hard case for your Steam Deck that's thinner and sleeker than the whole shebang that we have here. A word I was not expecting myself to ever say. But it is indeed a 2-in-1 case that a lot of people don't know about. Now, the beauty about the Steam Deck is I've been finding myself playing my Steam Deck games on my Mac computer. And this is a great way to allow yourself to use your Mac peripherals, like your mouse and keyboard, to play some of your Steam VR games on your Mac, utilizing your Steam Deck hardware. The app is free to download and it's a free service that Steam offers. And this works on not just the Steam game menu, but also on the desktop version for Steam as well. And this is a good walk around if you don't own like a Steam dock, as you could wirelessly just connect your Steam Deck to your computer and control it all from here. Now when shopping around in the Steam store, yes, there are recommendations on games that work best with the Steam Deck, but I noticed some of these games that you may want to play may say it's not supported by the Steam Deck. Yes, it said verify, but I noticed they're not really great when it comes to verification purposes, because I play like Fallout New Vegas as an example, works perfectly fine. But for some reason on the Steam store it says it's not recommended. But then I recently found Proton, which is another plugin for Decky. If you go into the store and type in Proton, here it is, Proton DB badges, and we hit install. So now with Proton enabled, now if we go to our game, like on the top corner over here, it'll tell you like the rating. Gold means it's fully compatible with this game. Basically just allows you to better understand like what game truly is compatible versus maybe on Steam side. Because this game, for example, Arkham City, See how this one gives me the icon from Steam saying it's okay, it may work or may not work, but when we click on it, we get the gold verification from the community from Proton telling us that it will work without any issues, and we'll actually give you little notes as well if you need to adjust something to make it fully compatible with the remote controller layout on the Steam Deck. So it looks like this game is good, so we have nothing to worry about. And then some of your favorite games, the Steam Deck OLED does support True HDR, which means you can put the screen at max brightness and will go up to 1000 nits, which is quite awesome. And then if your Steam Deck is in the household with a bunch of kids, I would highly recommend setting up a password to lock anybody out. That requires like a login information to log into your Steam Deck. If you haven't set this up, again, you'll find it in your system settings in the security tab, and this is where you can enable it. So you can start a password for desktop mode or on power and wake start screen, and you can enter your password PIN. Now, if you're a retro gamer, I'm glad to inform you that the Steam Deck is probably by far the best handheld emulator available in the market. So if you like to set it up for emulator purposes, I'll reference a video that I used in the description down below that basically walk you through everything you need to know and how to install emulators for not just like old school Nintendo games, but also modern day Nintendo games like the GameCube as well as the Nintendo Switch. But if you do have access to like a gaming console, like an Xbox as an example, you can do cloud gaming off this handheld. And the benefits with cloud gaming is, since you're not utilizing your internal hardware, you're just utilizing your Wi-Fi network, you'll find yourself having better battery life performance streaming your console games onto the Steam Deck. So I'll have a reference video on how to install Xbox Cloud Gaming in the description down below as well. And then as for Minecraft, yes, you can play Minecraft on the Steam Deck. As you see, I have it installed right here. A bit of a process to install it, just like the Xbox Cloud, but I'll also have a reference video in the description for you. Now, if you ever find yourself playing a PC game with mouse functions, remap it so the back buttons is your right and left click. That's how I always find the best experience when it comes to playing PC games on the Steam Deck. Now, by default, your Steam Deck does have internal storage, but thankfully, we do actually have a SD slot right in here. And if you're planning on using an SD card, I do recommend using a fast read and write one. I'll reference one in the description down below. But since I'm personally just using ROMs, I don't need anything crazy, but just insert it and you gave yourself more additional storage. Just make sure to go into your system settings and go into the storage and then select your SD card and format it. And then you'll be able to utilize that additional space. Just be sure to make sure you have the correct one selected as default by tapping X, and you'll see like a little yellow star right there. And then if you ever want to, you can always put something in the back or pick up like a third-party kickstand, because the Steam Deck does support a wireless Xbox controller, so you can easily pair this and play most of your favorite PC games that are compatible with the controller on a wireless controller, and you just use this as a display. And if you run out of games to play, don't forget, on the Steam store itself, you can always go into categories and then select free to play. You can find a lot of your favorite free to play games here. Now, a commonly searched up question on Google about the Steam Deck is most users have been discovering their Steam Deck isn't charging properly like it should. Most of the time it's not charging at all, or you're draining more power as you're gaming even though you're plugged in. If you're experiencing this, it's likely that you're using the incorrect power supply, because the Steam Deck power supply is rated to be 45 watts. So if you're using something less than that, you're likely just draining as you're charging. So grab an appropriate 45 watt or greater power adapter and plug it into your Steam Deck that way. This way you're actually charging it as you're gaming. But other than that, there you guys have it. That is all the tips and tricks as well as hidden features that I just wanted to share with you guys that you could do on your Steam Deck that every owner needs to know to really get the most out of your device. I'll be sure to include everything in the description down below, including those reference video and some power adapters that I recommend. If you don't like using the default standard power adapter from Steam, I'll have some great third-party ones in the description that I use. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. If you wish to watch more, maybe you'd like to see some cool tips and tricks videos for other devices, I cover Apple iPhone stuff right over there, as that is everything new that you can do on the latest generation iPhone, tips and tricks and all that good stuff. And the video underneath that is for my Android users who own a Samsung S25 Ultra. I also cover some amazing things you could do with the S Pen. So be sure to check out those videos over there. Thank you so much for watching.